good afternoon and welcome to UTSA and to our National Security Collaboration Center. I'm Taylor Amy, and I'm the lucky guy that gets to be the president of UT San Antonio and the acting president of UT Health San Antonio. And it will be obvious to all of you that I'm also very lucky as a Roadrunner fan, because our men's baseball team is headed off to Los Angeles for the Super Regionals I'm going to say this really well, after having swept the competition in Austin.
You know we had to level that.
What's not to like about that if you're a Roadrunner? So it's a real honor and a privilege for UTSA and UT System to host this historic bill signing today to establish the Texas Cyber Command, the first of its kind nationally and slated to be the best in class. Today's announcement about establishing the Texas Cyber Command for our great state of Texas is fully the innovative creation of our governor, Greg Abbott. Governor Abbott made this legislation an emergency priority for his session here in the 89th legislative session, and it's very fitting that he is here in San Antonio on this last day of the session to sign HB 150 into law. The advocacy for and collaboration by the two bill sponsors, Senator Tan Parker and Representative Giovanni Capriglione, was so important to getting us here today, and I want to thank both of them for their continued engagement and for our working together as we go forward with this effort, and your leadership was immense. I also want to extend my gratitude to Mandy Crawford and her team at DIR for their work with us to craft the command concept. They have been excellent and supportive partners. Thank you, Mandy. Our federal partners here today reflect the powerful cybersecurity ecosystem that exists in San Antonio. Without any other statements about this, it's very fair to say that outside of Washington, D.C., the very epicenter of excellence related to cybersecurity is here in the city of San Antonio. And it's a unique ecosystem that we have here, and it's a perfect host for the Texas Cyber Command. I am really grateful that NSA Texas, the 16th Air Force, Army North, the Secret Service, the FBI, and DHS Cyber and Information Security, all of our colleagues in those agencies are here with us today to support the standing up of this new command. We have wonderful working relationships with all of our federal partners, and they're here for a reason and purpose to support this success of the launch of Texas Cyber Command. So we're very excited about that. I also want to say thank you to my UTSA and UT System colleagues, Dave Brown, Jason Ellis, Jason King, Jason Hasse, and Julia Rathgaber for their hard work over these last many months in crafting the concept for the command. They worked very closely with the Office of the Governor, with DIR, with the staffs of Senator Parker and Representative Capriglione, and with Senate and House elected officials and committee staff to get us here today. I also want to reiterate that UT System stands ready to support the command. Governor, we are excited to collaborate with you to bring the command into existence to serve the needs of our great state of Texas, and I want to turn the program over to you now, sir.
Thank you very much. Well, first let me start out by thanking Dr. Amy for your kind words, but also thank you for your leadership here. It's essential that we advance higher education at all different kinds of levels, and you are truly excelling at what you're doing here at UTSA. Also want to pass along my congratulations on UTSA winning the Men's Regional College Baseball Series in Austin, Texas. Yeah. In recognition of their incredible victory, and to the students of UTSA, I wore the tie in my closet that was the closest to UTSA colors.
Thank you, Governor.
Also, I want to also thank for the leadership of Senator Parker and Representative Capriglione. We wouldn't be here today but for their leadership of understanding and buying into and advancing this very important initiative in the state of Texas. So thank you for your leadership. Thank these members also. This is, if not all, pretty much close to a meaningful part of the San Antonio contingent in the Texas House of Representatives. Thank you all for being here, and thank you for supporting this very important legislation. Also want to thank several leaders with us here today. There's a lot, and we can't list them all, but there are two people who are involved in a way in emergency response for the state of Texas all the time. One is Chief Nim Kidd. There you go, Chief Nim Kidd. Chief of the Texas Division of Emergency Management, whose responsibility is to respond to emergencies, even if there is an emergency such as a cybersecurity attack. Also, we have the Director, Colonel Freeman Martin from the Texas Department of Public Safety. Freeman, thank you very much for your leadership. And I too want to thank Mandy Crawford, a person with whom I've worked for about 20 years now. It's been a great run. Thank you for your leadership and everything that you're doing at DR for the state of Texas. One thing that brings us here is an unfortunate reality, and that is that our state is under constant attack by cyber criminals, attacks that occur thousands of times every single second of every single day. Attacks that often come from foreign actors, from hostile countries like China, Russia, and Iran. And they have successfully attacked cities, counties, and government agencies across our state, all the way from Mission, Texas, and South Texas, up to Muleshoe, Texas, up in the Panhandle, and communities large and small in between. They endanger law enforcement agencies, healthcare centers, our power grid, our water system, oil fields, and financial centers. Those dangers loom even larger with the acceleration of artificial intelligence and the way that it can be used to enhance cyber attacks. One expert recently said that the recent attack on Good Friday of this year in Abilene, Texas was a wake-up call. Another expert said that Texas has become a target of cyber attacks due to the lack of investment in cyber protection. That changes today. I'm signing a law that creates the Texas Cyber Command. It is an historic investment of $135 million by the state. And again, thank you, Senator and Representative, for getting that done. It also may involve in the future a meaningful investment from the University of Texas system. And it's going to be headquartered right here in San Antonio, Texas. Cyber Command's ultimate mission is to prevent and to protect against cyber breaches. They will launch a cyber threat intelligence center to identify and repair weaknesses in state and local government systems. And they will work to train and educate users about preventing cyber breaches. They will coordinate with governments on swift and effective responses to cyber attacks. And they will collaborate with local, state, and federal partners to establish the gold standard for cybersecurity. It is these partners that I reference that brings Texas Cyber Command to San Antonio. It's been said that San Antonio has the second largest concentration of cyber expertise in the United States of America. Those experts include those listed by Dr. Amy, but they deserve to be said again. They include the 16th Air Force Cyber Mission, the FBI, the NSA, the Secret Service, United States Army, Department of Homeland Security, and Southwest Texas Fusion Center. They are joined by UTSA, widely recognized as one of the preeminent institutions in America for dealing with cybersecurity. Their bachelor's degree in cybersecurity is ranked among the very best in the United States. They lead the state, as far as I'm aware, in cybersecurity bachelor degrees awarded. And I think that UTSA has the most students enrolled in cyber programs of any university in the state of Texas.
That's correct.
Getting affirming nods from Dr. Amy. To say the least, UTSA has planted a flag and established itself and put in the work to elevate what they've done to address cybersecurity. There could be no more fitting location with the combination of all these assets fighting one of the most vicious and constant crimes we deal with every single day. And working together with the Texas Cyber Command, they will put Texas on a path to be a national leader in cybersecurity. For that, I'm going to sign this into law. This is for you.
Thank you. I have to take this style of signing up.
Takes long.
The Texas Cyber Command is now the law of the state of Texas.
Congratulations, Governor.
Thank you, Doctor. And now, State Representative Capriglio.
Hi, thank you, Governor. First, I do want to thank you, Governor, for your vision on working on this program. I want to thank, obviously, your trust in Senator Parker and I in being able to carry this forward. Thank, obviously, President Amy and everyone here at UTSA. It was just over 7 years ago that we had our very first House Select Committee on Cybersecurity right here at UTSA, and the reason is obvious. And since that time, UTSA has only grown in recognition and honor and skill in being the center of cybersecurity excellence, not just in Texas, but in the entire country. And as you mentioned, every single day, there's millions of attacks on our constituents. It's coming from foreign actors, it's coming from domestic actors as well. And this is a great hindrance to not only our ability to have business, be able to do what they're doing, but it's also affecting public safety. So what this bill is going to do is going to be a one-stop place where we're going to be able to have a focus on protecting our constituents and protecting our businesses from all of these attacks. And so I'm just thankful that we're able to get this done. I'm really glad that today's the last day of session as well, and that we're here. So thank you. Yeah.
And now, Senator Tam Parker.
Thank you, Governor. Well, what a tremendous honor to be here today in San Antonio. I want to thank you, Governor, for your leadership, for making this an emergency item. I want to thank Dr. Amy. I want to thank all the incredible leaders in this room. Mandy Crawford's done an incredible job running DIR for years. I want to thank our great leaders in emergency response and Chief Nim Kidd again and Colonel Freeman Martin. These are the very best in the business, and we wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't be Texas without their leadership. This is an exceptional, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for Texas to lead not just our state, but to lead the country forward. We all know the future of a strong America is a strong Texas that stands up and leads in every area. And we are doing just that with establishing Cyber Command here today in the great city of San Antonio. I couldn't be more excited. The one issue that keeps me up most at night, and I know the governor feels the same way as does Representative Capriglione, is the safety and survival of 31 million Texans every day. And this is an enormous step forward in protecting their safety and security. It is the foundational piece. Every other liberty, freedom, and blessing that we have has to be built upon a foundation of security. And this security will take care of our families, it'll take care of our businesses, it'll take care of our citizens, and we're extraordinarily blessed because of the governor's leadership to be here today. So again, I want to thank Governor Abbott. I want to thank the Lieutenant Governor. I want to thank my colleagues in the Senate. I want to thank my colleagues in the House for getting us to this point here today. But it's a great day for Texas, a great day for the country when it comes to addressing the challenges that our adversaries pose to Texas each and every day. We can never forget that the adversaries that we face are extraordinarily real. These attacks on our infrastructure every day are incredibly real. And Texas must lead in cyber and AI and quantum, all these critical areas because they are the future. They are the space race of today and are critical for us to be driving innovation in this state to protect our nation as a whole. And so again, what an honor to be here with all of you. Thank you again, Governor, for your leadership in all of this.
Thank you both. With that, we'll be happy to take a few questions. Or not. All right, everyone is still impressed with that baseball victory last night, overcoming that late night. Congratulations again to UTSA, but congratulations to the House and Senate for getting this bill across the finish line to my desk, making law the Texas Cyber Command.